Hey everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we have the Glacier Chain cable snow tire chains. So these are going to be low profile roller chains, and we'll take a look at how they fit our 2023 Honda CR-V. So if you're expecting some extreme weather and you know you're going to need a little extra traction on the road, or maybe you're driving through an area that requires that you have tire chains in your vehicle, well, this will be one of the options available for you. Many people recommend cable chains or chains with rollers because they're a lot more low profile. I prefer chains that have links because those are easier to attach, but these definitely are on the smaller side. They provide a smoother ride all around where they have rollers that go around your cables. And that way, if you have snow on the road and you need to move through that, then this will help in that situation. If you're expecting more weather, let's say some ice or thicker snow, that's when I recommend upgrading to some larger links. For your Honda CR-V, there are different tire sizes available. The tire size we have right now is 235/60R18. Double check which one you have, and that way you can use our fit guide here at etrailer.com. Put your year, make, model at the top of the page, select your tire size, and then find the right fits for you. This is a ladder style chain, which means it has chains that go across your tire. This is the more traditional style. I prefer diamond pattern chains because those cover more of the tire, and ladder style are usually more bumpy on the road. But because these are roller chains, they don't take up that much space, so you're not getting as much of a bumpy ride anyways. What the chains are made of is you have low carbon steel rollers over a cross wire cable. Low carbon steel is good for durability, but not as corrosion resistant as other alloys. So I do recommend double checking these after use or trying to store them in a tote filled with oil or a non-corrosive agent, and that way that can preserve them for your next season. This is a manual tensioning chain, meaning you create the tension. It also means with this being a ladder style chain, you're gonna have to go behind your tire in order to make one of the connections. What I have here on our chain is a self-tensioner. This is not included, but highly recommended. Now this allows you to maintain that tension on the chain as you drive around and as it flexes. But this is what it looks like without the tensioner. There's still a little bit of flex there, but it is not coming off of the tire, and that's why it's important to get the right chain for your tire size. This is a Class S tire chain, so there's an SAE standard for if you have limited space behind your tire or in your wheel well. This is designed for those types of situations. With this tire chain, you get two of them. So one for the passenger, one for the driver's side. I install them on the front tires. You can also double check your owner's manual if you're not sure where to install your tire chains. So with this is going to be good for if you have light snow, or I guess medium snow as well, for giving you traction. If you're expecting ice, I recommend taking a look at the P-WAG snow tire chains as an alternative. It is a fit for this car. There is a video of it if you want to compare. That one is at a more premium price, but you also have a much easier install process and larger chains. But if you want the, I guess, smoothest ride as well as most low profile chains, this might be the best option for you in that situation. Now, for the install process with the ladder style, there's a connection both in the front as well as the back. Let's take a look at that. Now, when your tire chains arrive, I highly recommend straight away getting your chains, laying them out in your garage, and getting familiar with how to install them. That way you know what to do before you're stranded by the side of the road. Our chain looks good here. I have it all set up with the hooks and the links on the side. We need to make sure it's also facing the right way. The top of the hook will have a flat portion, and it'll also have tires side engraved on it. And if you look over to the other side, you'll see an actual hook. So you want the flat portion on your tire, the hook away from your tire. For me, the tire side is on the ground, so I'm just going to grab the chain, lift it up and over our tire. We're then going to try to get it centered on the tire and try to get an even amount of length of chain on each side before we go into the back and make our first connection. Here in the back, we have our links and then we have our hook. So we want to get the links in through the hook, and there's stoppers there too. So once the stoppers are through, when you pull on the hook, it makes it tight. So once that connection is made, let's go back to the front. So the front has the same connection. So you can see it more clearly here out front, that the links go through, pull it as tight as you can get it, and then once you can go no further, that's where you stop. And if you have your excess chain, you can secure it with this other keeper. On its own, we already have a good amount of tension, but there's still a little bit of slack. If I had to drive around, this is fine since I know it's not coming off of the tire, but I still prefer to use these self-tensioners. So these are sold separately. They pull in on your chain, and the perks of these is that when you drive around, your chains will shift, but these will shift with your chains. So for installing your driver's side chains, it's going to be the exact same process, so I recommend doing that too, and then driving forward a couple feet or backward a couple feet and double checking that everything is still in place and looks good. And if it is, then that's it for the install. You're ready to hit the road. That right there was a look at our Glacier Chain Cable Snow Tire Chains here on our 2023 Honda CR-V.